Naina Matter is a girl with Tourette syndrome. Her father wanted to send her to a private school, but her mom always wanted her to learn at a normal one and have a normal life. But at every school she goes to, she's scolded and mocked by both teachers and other kids. Until one day, Naina found the perfect school, when the principal there gave her the chance to educate them about her syndrome and asked everyone to treat her the same as every other kid. Since that moment, Naina knew that her big dream was to be a teacher, to inspire students and to change their lives, like how that principal did to her. She had her mom's support all the way, but her father was always embarrassed in public when she was around, so her mom left him and raised her all alone. Years after years, Naina grew up and graduated college with perfect academic performance, but the job market wasn't willing to give her a chance once they found out about her syndrome. However, Naina never gave up, and finally her continuous search paid off when the same school she graduated from accepted her application and was willing to hire her. But actually, it was just because they had no other option. The principal told her that she was going to be teaching a class called 9F. And this particular class is a bunch of poor kids who are learning at this school due to the right of education law. But they are rebellious, failures, and no teacher could stand them. But Naina believed that there are no bad students, only bad teachers. And after all, they are just kids. What can go so wrong? And it didn't take her long to know the answer when she started her first class and met them. She was a little nervous because of their chaotic nature. Once they saw her condition, they joked about it and were bullying her with no mercy, until Naina stood up to them and told them that she's not planning to leave. She came here to stay and placed a bet on it. But all that charismatic attitude didn't last long when she fell off the chair and everyone was laughing. Naina then was trying to get to know those little devils more, and she saw how they are troublemakers and hated by the whole school, especially class 9A, which includes only the top students of the school, and they fight all the time. So Naina started to teach them, hoping to direct their energy in the right direction. But she didn't keep in mind that these kids won't give in easily. They kept acting chaotic and made her life a living hell, until a chemistry experiment they made exploded, and Naina was almost injured. But everyone came out safe and sound. But due to the reckless behavior, there is a strict teacher called Mr. Wadia, who always wanted to get rid of this class, because he believed that they didn't belong there. So he persuaded the principal to expel them immediately. But Naina took the blame and told the principal she was the one who made the experiment and asked the principal to give the kids another chance. Although he knew she was just lying for them, he respected her dedication to the kids and agreed to give them another chance. Then Naina went back to her students who were feeling guilty, and she faced them with what they needed to hear a long time ago, that the rebellious spirit is good. But if they kept making chaos to be heard, no one will ever care or notice them. If they really want to have a future, they have to study hard, prove themselves, and represent the school. She gave them 1 day to consider this deal. If they didn't come to school the next day, she will resign. On that day, the kids kept thinking, should they go and learn or let her go like the ones before her? And on the next day, Naina lost hope and was about to resign, until all the students came and were so excited for their new beginning. Finally, she began to teach them the right way. Everything was going just fine until parents' meeting day. All the teachers were busy meeting parents except for Naina, who waited for so long and no one showed up. So Mr. Wadia, who always looked down on this class, tried to mock the situation and suggested that she should go meet the parents in their own homes because they will never come. After thinking, Naina actually loved the idea and went straight to the neighborhood beside the school. She was surprised to see the reality of these kids and how much struggle they face. One of them is a gambler and was chased by the police. Others wait in line every day to get some water, and some work all the time to earn money. When Naina met the parents, they all asked her the same thing, to teach their kids well, so one day they can get a good life and achieve the dreams they couldn't achieve themselves. From the next day, Naina told her students to stop blaming their circumstances and to let go of their fear, to be able to move on and to succeed. And they all celebrated their new beginnings and started to study hard all around the school. During all this fun, one of the students called Atish the most rebellious kid. He liked the girl from 9A and was so happy that she invited him and all 9F to see the science project that she and other top 9A students were working on. And when they got there, Akshay, one of 9A students who can't let go of any chance to put them down, kept nagging them that they can never deal with such a high quality project.
But to their surprise, 9F class helped them with the project and even corrected some equations.
Until Mr. Wadia, the one responsible for 9A, came and was so mean, especially to Atish, and sent them away. To revenge, Atish messed the project up, and when the committee came to see it the next day, it exploded. An angry Mr. Wadia knew it was 9F behind it, and this time he was determined to expel them for good. The principal agreed, but Naina asked him to let them at least attend the exams. He agreed, but until then, they are suspended from the school.
Then Naina, who was so disappointed, told the kids that they are on their own.
She was so nervous and frustrated about how things got this far. Then Atish and all the kids felt that they let her down in front of the whole school and decided to correct things up. So on the next morning, they went straight to Naina, and Atish apologized for his behavior and admitted that he was afraid of failure. He told Naina that he wanted to be heard and to prove himself, and all they want is a new beginning, another chance, and she's their only hope. Naina, who felt their emotions, forgave them and started to help them prepare for the exam so hard. And on the exam day, it went so smooth and exams passed peacefully, and all of them succeeded. Joy was in the air until the principal and Mr. Wadia called Naina and told her that her students cheated and they will be expelled tomorrow morning to set an example in front of the whole school. It turned out that Akshay from 9A leaked the exam papers to 9F students through a worker at their school, but they all refused to see it and passed their exams by their own efforts. Although Naina believed that they would never cheat, she can do nothing to prove it. On the next day, Mr. Wadia was waiting to celebrate the moment to get rid of 9F once and for all,
Until Akshay told him the truth and that he was the one who leaked the exam papers and it was the wrong ones, and he did it to impress Mr. Wadia. At that moment, Mr. Wadia knew that this class really studied and proved themselves, and they weren't failures and hopeless as he thought. He never thought that his teaching methods would lead to this. He felt guilty because Akshay did that for him, and he took the blame in front of everyone to save 9F and Akshay at the same time. Then he let Naina honor 9F students, who were the top students of the school this time. Finally, with the help of 9F, the science project was completed and they won the science fair, and all the students went along perfectly fine. After 25 years, Naina, who was the principal of the school, had resigned after years of teaching kids and helping generations after generations. At her goodbye moment, all of 9F students who grew up to be amazing, successful adults came to bid her farewell in a moment full of joy and pride.